Hi, I'm Ryan Herbst, Chief Strategist with Unified Communications, here on day 2 of InfoComm 2025 in hot and humid and sunny Orlando. And I'm here with Pratik from Cisco, and super glad that you're joining us today. Pratik, how's InfoComm going?
Thanks for having me, first of all. Absolute pleasure. But yeah, hot and humid for sure, but it's been fantastic. So busy 2 days. Lots of people both in a booth as well as our meeting space that we have. It's a partner showcase set up at 2 or 3, and the feedback's been phenomenal. So we're super happy to be here.
You know, this has been a very kind of exciting and breakout moment for us. And part of what we're seeing is that the story around AI-powered workplace, the story around the Microsoft ecosystem, where this show was historically an AV integrator show.
Correct.
You know, we're kind of telling this story that this is a hard journey to do if you think about AV integration separately from AI and that path, and that you really need a modern work partner. Customers seem to be really grasping that. Cisco seems to be really leaning in on the Microsoft side, and would love to get kind of your perspective around why is Cisco doing this? What is unique around what Cisco is bringing to market? I think there's some differentiated, unique kind of products, and I want to kind of talk through it.
I'll try and keep it short, right? We actually just did 2 panel sessions individually on that topic, but I'll try and sort of address some key points. So one, from an AI perspective, right? So AI is such the buzzword. We've heard it here as well. And I think where Cisco differentiates it is we view it in different aspects. So you think through sort of AI as agentic, or you think through it as from a platform perspective. You think through it more around how do you sort of manage security and then future-proof workspaces, right? So where Cisco is really playing and coming on strong, and we have multiple announcements at Cisco Live this week, is we've sort of got into 3 buckets. We sort of look at the AI-enabled data centers and how do we provide that secured infrastructure. Then we look at it from a future-proof workspaces where we not only have our video endpoints, but we also look at things like our IoT sensors and workspace optimization. And then you look at our third sort of bucket, which is all around, great, now that you have 1 and 2, how do you actually monitor? How do you track? And that's where we spend a lot of effort around observability with some of our acquisitions and tools that we have to give you that simplified, fully managed, and leading to sort of proactive remediations, right? Which is where AI plays. And then to your second question around the Microsoft piece, super exciting. You talk about this whole convergence of AV over IT and even AV over IP, right? We just launched a new PTC Pro camera yesterday, which is all IP based. So imagine a customer sitting in a room. I'm on an MTR device, right? On Cisco. I've got my Copilot features running. But then when I go in my management perspective, I better get Story Control Hub. I have the Cisco UI run. So you're getting the best of both. So super exciting, and the amount of sort of uptake we've gotten from our customers with the fastest growing manufacturer the last few quarters for Microsoft. So super thrilled and excited.
Yeah, and certainly Cisco is a very prominent name in the corporate and enterprise space. And so as customers are embracing Teams, the idea that they can, in many cases, repurpose hardware they already own, right, and shift. And I think you also mentioned, there's some unique capabilities around what you can do in a Cisco Teams room that are unique. I know when we met the last time, microphone you guys launched not that long ago, still not the most recent announcement, but maybe kind of take us through what's unique about the microphone offering you brought to market.
So it's been sort of great, right? So when you look at, we came up with the Ceiling Microphone Pro. So we had the table mics, which are the smaller discs, and then we launched the Ceiling Mic Pro. And the reason we did is there was a gap in the market around having something that was truly adaptive and dynamic, right? Everything that's out there, really good products, right? And partners of ours as well, sort of required this opportunity to really have an app and then go and sort of change it based on how the furniture layouts and work. So what we were able to do is come up with something adaptive and dynamic that allowed you to basically place in a room 4-step setup process, and then regardless of how the room's set up, it automatically knows how to pick up your voices and have the best experience, right? So it's priced super competitively as well. You can do multiples, works for all the devices. All the devices, again, have ESPs built in. So it really sort of changes the dynamic in the conversation and how that's going.
Yeah, it's very clear in customer conversations that they want the sophistication that comes with kind of modular AV. They like that idea, and not that they don't like simple bars in that world, but they like But at the same time, the kind of legacy concepts of how much work it took to configure these types of things are definitely in the rearview mirror. And so really refreshing to see that you pull things out of the box, you connect them to a network cable, you begin to build things that are not just what we consider the simple room in the box room. We can build some pretty compelling environments. And so, yeah, I think from very, very small spaces up to some pretty complex specialty spaces, boardrooms, multi-purpose rooms. Yeah, Cisco is making some big plays.
It is, and we're standardizing on one platform, right? So with most others, you sort of have to decide, especially in the Microsoft world, right? Do I do Android, do I do Windows, based on sort of the modularity or the complexity of it all? And we said, hey, we have the power with the NVIDIA-based chipset, the devices, basically power everything from the smallest to the largest, most complex. So our customers now get to bet on one platform. It's one thing to manage, and we make it easy and it's super secure, right? And then the other components is when you think about sort of that ecosystem and the reality of our customers today is a lot of them are multi-platform, or they want to join different meetings at the same time without a reboot, right? And that's super, super challenging. So what we've also been able to do is in the native Microsoft Teams rooms on Cisco devices, you get a full WebEx experience, rich, 100%. You get to join a Zoom CRC meeting, again, all without a reboot, right? Nobody else in the market can do this. And we also now have some announcements with Google if you want to go down that path in terms of direct and short experience. Super rich, right? And those are all capabilities that we have, which really differentiates us. Oh, by the way, we have a surprise guest. Our product manager just looped in. We're live. So come on in. Morten, I'll share my mic. Come.
Great to meet you, Morten.
So let me.
All right. Pleasure to meet you. Glad you could make it. So, yeah, we were just chatting a bit about Cisco Teams rooms, some of the unique elements of them. Pratik gave me a nice rundown of some of the things that are unique and differentiated. But just ask maybe last question, what are you most excited about right now as it relates to the portfolio and Microsoft?
That's a great question. I mean, there's been so many good interactions here this week with partners, customers, etc. I think bring it back to sort of like, we also had Ilya visiting us and at a customer event earlier today. I think he says as well, right, in terms of partnership that we have together, how we together build better solutions for our customers. Now, so Cisco devices being at the forefront of interoperability. So obviously Microsoft Teams rooms with Microsoft is a key pillar in that. But also building on the full-featured WebEx platform on our devices and having interoperability with Zoom and Google as well is maybe one of our key differentiators between, together with our super sort of like top-level, high-quality hardware portfolio that spans across basically all workspaces.
It's super exciting. I know that we talked about this just a moment ago as well, just that for many customers, this is a very easy path because they use Cisco, they know Cisco, they're embracing and leaning into Teams rooms, and the idea that in many cases some of the hardware they already own can just be repurposed, and then there's a expansive portfolio and some really new exciting products. We talked about the new camera, and so yeah, I think it's we appreciate certainly at Unified Communications. We're excited about our partnership as a Microsoft partner with Cisco. And you all leaning into this ecosystem and delivering something that is unique, not just around the hardware, but around the kind of management platform and providing some unique value.
100%, and I mean, like we're also mutual sort of gratitude to you guys for sort of helping us scale our motions as well, right? In terms of, and I mean that's also the common theme with customers this week has been, how do we help them scale, right? And I think we have a really, really good product in that sense, in sort of making customers scale, because we see customers have to do more with less. Like they're being asked to like 10x their number of devices, but they're not getting the 10x headcount to sort of go with that. So being able to, first of all, like get the devices in an efficient way, set them up super efficiently, and lead the Microsoft initiative around Express installs is something that we're heavily leaning into as well. That will definitely also help with that. And then in addition to that, like how sort of like Cisco devices with their high quality, reliability, control hub as a manageability platform help sort of streamline operations for larger enterprises and help them scale without having to sort of up their manpower in order to do so.
Now, really excited to hear that you're leaning into the express install concept. I think very strategic to us as well. We certainly know that there are customers who want a very traditional install path, and there are others that need to go much faster and a much lower price point. And so, yeah, to the extent that we can come in and do 10, 20, 50 rooms a day in a very simplified way, that's very, very exciting. And we've heard very directly from our customers that this is one of the barriers to really hitting the gas. So love that you all are going to be playing in that space. Look forward to hearing more about specific express room kits and bundles.
On express installs, I mean, that's something that we're, as I said, like we're heavily leaning into that, and you'll definitely hear more from us and from our partners moving into that very, very soon.
Awesome. Well, live from InfoComm 2025.
I'm going to say one last word.
Yes.
See your mic back. So since we're live, special shout out. So on the express installs, we actually have a demo set up. I know it's at the end of the week, so it's very real. We actually have a go-to-market already. But I want to sort of one shout out to Unified Comms, right? Great partner, obviously, in the Microsoft ecosystem. And when you think about the Cisco partnership and us sort of driving into this new space and really going after it, super excited and appreciate the support that we're getting from you. But I do want to shout out as well, right? We're sort of the fastest growing manufacturer, as I mentioned. When you look at the portfolio that we have, it's super rich. But I also want to say, I'm going to be sort of very direct here, right? So perception in the market is we're super expensive, right? I want to be super real and say that's not the case anymore. We've got a fully refreshed portfolio. We're super competitive. We're here to support Unified Comms, give you the absolute best Microsoft Teams and solution. And that's where Cisco absolutely elevates that experience. So thanks again for joining, and thanks for having us.
Pratik, thank you. Thanks for your support. Great to meet you, Morten.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Bye from InfoComm 25.